What's up, farmers? Welcome back to another Heyday video, and today we are back with the 30th episode of Machine by Machine. Yes, the 30th episode. Um, Today we are going to be discussing the Donut Maker. Yes, the Donut Maker is the next machine on our list to discuss in Machine by Machine. Officially, the level this is on has two machines, but we're not going to discuss the other machine, and you'll know why. I'll tell you why in the actual video. Um, so let's get to the video. This is going to be a very sweet video, I can tell you that. Let's go ahead and get started. The Donut Maker's base game info is level 76 is when it unlocks. 680,000 coins, so it's definitely quite expensive, and especially since the last video we discussed the machine on level 75, so we are now definitely in that era where it's really freaking expensive. 3 days and 18 hours is what it takes to build, and 86 diamonds is what it takes to speed up. Now, like I said before, there is officially two machines on this level, on the same level. But the other machine that is the sugar mill, and we've already discussed the sugar mill before. I don't know if in that video I've mentioned the second sugar mill. I would honestly think I did, but if not, then there is two. There is a second sugar mill with the donut maker, and you will need that second sugar mill. And you'll definitely find out why in this video. You'll definitely find out why. Um, let's move on. Slots and mastery. The slots is always the same, so I'm not even going to mention it anymore. You can see it right there. It's 105 diamonds and then 24 for the last slot and all that stuff. I don't think it's worth mentioning anymore. It's never going to change anymore. Like none of the machines past this point will ever need less than 105 diamonds or more than 105 diamonds. It's always going to be the same thing. So I don't know if I'll ever mention that anymore, but I'll still note it down just so you know that it's 105 diamonds. Mastery, however, is different from the last machine. 140 hours for the first star, 410 hours for the second star, and 1630 hours for the third star. This is going to be the normal from now on. Not from now. For the next video, I might do another poll. You'll see it in the community tab. But yeah, in one of the machines, in one of the next two machines, we'll see this again. And then there's two more. Two of the next machines also are back to the other amount of hours again. And after that, it's always going to be this. So or almost always, not always, but almost always after level 80, it's always going to be this mostly. I know that's wrong. That's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Never mind. Yeah, forget I said that. It does still change every now and then, but yeah, let's go ahead and continue because was embarrassing. I thought I was being smart here, but I was not. Anyway, as for the bonuses, it's always the same, but I'll mention it. The first star gives you plus 10% coins from trucks, 410, and the second star will give you plus 5 XP from trucks, and the third star will give you minus 50% production time on the donut maker. Keep in mind all these bonuses count towards the donut maker, but I think you figured that out. This is the most important product in this machine because without it you can't make any of the others, and you see that later in when we get to the ingredients and stuff. They donuts require unlock level 76 together with the donut maker. It gives 15 XP upon being picked up. It takes 15 minutes to make one plain donut and 12 minutes in the full master maker. 129 coins for 1,296 for 10 and 2 dimes to speed it up. Sprinkle donuts unlock level 79. It gives 37 XP upon being picked up, so quite a difference. 20 minutes to make one sprinkle donut and 70 minutes in the fully mastered maker. 213 coins for one, 3,312, 3,100, 3,132 coins for 10. I couldn't say it, but okay. And 2 dimes to speed it up. Again. Crunchy donuts unlock level 82. They give 71 XP upon being picked up. It takes 30 minutes to make one crunchy donut and 25 minutes in the food master maker. 584 for one, 5,940 for 10, and 3 times to speed it up again. Right? Like this. Is this better or is this better? I think this might be better. Yeah. I didn't check before the video. Okay. Whatever. Uh, it's just technically a blooper, but I'm just gonna leave it in. So you have some raw material. Cream Donuts unlocks up 86. It gives 27 XP upon being picked up. Takes 35 minutes to make one cream donut and 21 minutes in a fully mastered maker. 230 for 1, 2304 for 10, and 3 times to speed it up. I see I did some wrong with the scaling here, but whatever. Bacon Donut unlocks level 88, gives 46 XP upon being picked up. Takes 30 minutes to make one bacon donut and 25 minutes in the fully mastered maker. 288 for 1, 3888 for 10, and 3 times to speed it up. And last but definitely not least, well, it's the least fun to make, that's for sure. Level 93 is when it unlocks 48 XP is what you get for picking it up. I'll explain why it is least fun to make in a bit. It takes 35 minutes to make one filled donut and 29 minutes in a fully mastered maker. 430 for 1, 4032 for 10, and that's not right. It's supposed to be 403 for 1. Sorry, I misspelled, I guess. And 3 times the speed of it. Small mistake. It's possible. And that was the last part there. And now we're going to discuss the ingredients and the values of products and whether you should make them or not. This product right here is very important because without it, like I mentioned before, you can't make any of the other donuts. To make plain donuts, you need 3 wheat, 1 white sugar, 1 milk, and 1 egg. Not that hard. The white sugar can be a pain, but that's what the second sugar mill is for. And plain donut sells for 129 coins. Ingredients cost 109, and product value for plain donut is 20 coins. That's very funny that value, but that's not gonna matter because the only thing you should be using these for is making other donuts. You should not be selling this. Although the first 3 levels you don't have anything to use the plain donuts on. So in those levels you could probably make them for coins or for XP. Although I don't really recommend it. I would recommend just keeping like a storage for trucks or whatever. But otherwise, plain donuts right now aren't very useful. But later, from level 89 on, as you saw, it's definitely going to be important. Say level 89. Yeah, it's level 89. Level 89, 79, sorry, is when you get the first donuts that needs the plain donut. And that's definitely important by then. And by then, you will never ever want to sell the plain donuts normally again. And there's some products that you'll definitely want to make in this machine. So definitely hold on to your plain donuts from level 79 on. Sprinkled donuts, they require 1 plain donut, there it is, and 2 cacao. Sprinkled donut sells for 313 coins, ingredients cost 301 coins, and the product value is 12 coins per sprinkled donuts. Is the value impressive? Not really, but it's just 2 cacao. And, well, you do technically need the plain donut. This is where the second sugar mill, like I said, comes in handy. Because the second sugar mill is very handy for making more sugar at this point. No crap, it's called the sugar mill. Yeah, this is definitely a product you can make for coins at the beginning. Until the next donut. From the next donut on, you definitely want to make that one only. I'm already spoiling that, but this is a fine product for mastery until then. And it also doesn't give too bad amounts of coins, only 12 value, but that's okay. It's a really easy product to make, so I see why. Yeah, is it good for trucks and is it good for XP? Yes, it is. It is actually pretty good for XP and stuff. So definitely one worth holding on to after you get the next donut. Speaking of crunchy donuts, they require one plain Dutch, 1 plain donut, 1 peanut, and 1 cacao. Crunchy donut sells for 594 coins, and here it comes, guys. Ingredients cost only 449 coins, and the product value is freaking 145 donut, 144. I can't even say it. 145 coins per crunchy donut. Yep, 145 value just for this. Remember when I said at the sprinkled donuts that this is the only donut you should be making? That's why. This is the only donut that is worth making from this point on. The other donuts we are still going to discuss. I'm still going. There are still some that are worth making, but not for coins anymore. This is the one that you should be making if you want to make coins, because that's a lot of coins for not much ingredients. Peanuts are easy to find in the daily dirt. Cacao you can easily get from trees, and plain donuts are not that hard to make, honestly. So definitely, this part is super recommended to make for coins, and even for XP, it's brilliant. That I've very often gotten trucks which gave a lot of coins or a lot of XP. So definitely a product worth making all the time. Not even just for mastery, not even just for coins. It's worth making all the time. But anyway, enough gushing over this product. Let's move on to the next product before I go crazy. Stepping down from that, we get to the cream donuts. The cream donuts require 1 plain donuts, 1 brown sugar, and 1 cream. Cream donuts requires sells for 230 coins. Ingredients cost 211 coins, and the value is 19 coins. Is that right? Yes, that's right. 19 coins for this donut is a step down from the last one, for sure. And because of that, and because it needs cream and extra sugar as well, I don't recommend making this one anymore. You can make it for like XP, like for storage. It's better to make for storage and to just use in trucks and boats and just for XP in general. But for coins, it's not worth it. I would honestly not sell this one. It's an easy one to say. Don't sell it. Let's move on to the next product because there's not much else to say. Bacon donut requires 1 plain donut as a second to the last donut, 3 bacon and 1 syrup. Yeah, all 3 sugars are present here. Bacon donut sells for 388 coins. Bacon donut ingredients cost 369 coins, and product value is 90 coins per bacon donut. Technically, the crunchy donut and the bacon donut share the same amount of time they take to make. The problem here is bacon is, in my opinion, much more annoying than what the crunchy donut asks. Syrup, well, that's more sugar, and if you want to make plain donuts, then using any more sugar, it could be annoying. So honestly, even at this point, I do not really recommend making this for coins. However, it is pretty good for XP. This is quite great for XP. So for that reason, make it for XP, make it for storage reasons. Don't make it for coins. And we're moving on to the last product now. The very last product in the machine, and together with that also the most annoying one, requires 1 plain donut, and it's called a filled donut, and it requires, yes, 1 raspberry jam. This thing right here needs raspberry jam. Filled donut sells for 403 coins. I typed this correctly here. For the ingredients cost 381 coins. Product value is 22 coins. So this is technically the second highest selling product in the machine. Second highest value in the machine. But you do need the jam, and in my opinion, this is the one that I would entirely avoid making. Maybe you get it to Tom. Maybe if you have some spare jams on baby farms or something, that's worth making for XP and for storage. But other than that, I do not recommend making this one too often because of the raspberry jam. It can be pretty annoying. Not much more dwelling on this one, but definitely a warning with this one. Now we're going to open the boat orders lastly. Plain donuts, 12 per boat, 2 to 3 per crate, quite a lot. Sprinkle donut, 8 per boat, 1 to 2 per crate. Crunchy donuts, 8 per boat, 1 to 2 per crate. Cream donuts, 9 per boat, 1 to 3 per crate. Bacon donuts, 6 per boat, 1 to 2 per crate. And lastly, filled donut, 8 per boat and 1 to 2 per crate. I see I forgot to change the image up there, but whatever, it's fine. Let's move on to the outro. So that was the donut maker, guys. Next time, well, it's definitely a sweet machine. The only product that's really worth making, and I don't even have it in the thumbnail, but because I want to keep it secret, is the crunchy donut. The crunchy donut is the only one that you should be making for coins, and for mastery, honestly, as well. So get on it, make crunchy donuts only, ignore the rest. unless you need them for storage. Other than that, only make the crunchy one because the crunchy one is the only one that's worth making. And for all of them, you obviously need the plain donuts. So always have those. Always make those. Provide the uh, set like an amount for you that's fine with plain donuts. Like maybe you want 10 plain donuts minimum, like I do. And if it gets below that, always make more plain donuts. And make extra plain donuts, make other donuts with. And yeah, just create a whole system with the crunchy donuts so you can earn lots and lots of coins and even lots of XP. It's super worth it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Next time we are going to be discussing the next machine, obviously. The problem is the next level the machines. It's technically the next level. Actually, the next level. It's going to be level 77. That's 2 machines. For this, I am going to set up a poll. I said it. I'm probably a poll. It's going to be a poll. And would you like me to discuss the Taco Kitchen first or the Omelette Station? Let me know in the comments below. Because I honestly have no idea which one to discuss first. Technically, the Taco Kitchen has 4 products and the Omelette Station has 5. But I will leave it up to you. What do you want me to discuss first? I honestly don't really care. I will set it up anyways. So, thank you very much in advance for letting me know in the comments. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for everything. And I will see you guys next time. This is Draft Farmers. And peace out, everybody. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.